listen, for this visiting team is like old home. It's the New York White Sox taking on the New York Yankees in the first game of this 3-game weekend series. And this is a sold-out place, 55,300. I'll tell you, this is like a playoff atmosphere. You never know. This could be a preview of a series, a playoff series very soon. But it is completely sold out here at the Old Yankee Stadium, the old home of the old New York Yankees. The player to watch could be Mark Burley, who's going to be on the mound for the New York Sox. Here's your Yankees starting lineup presented by State Farm Insurance. Jeter, Posada, Rodriguez, Teixeira, Cano, Wynn, Swisher, Cervelli, and Granderson. And you saw Mark Burley on the mound just now. Here's his totals in the 2010 campaign. 16 wins, 4 losses, and ERA of 4.01. This man has a chance to collect his 20th win as well. We may have for the first time in baseball, so you have 3 20-game winners. The outfield is Cruz, Hamilton, and Jackson. The infield is Stargell, Beckham, Tulowitzki, and Tomey. And catching the balls and strikes for tonight's ball game, of course, it's Carlton Fisk. Tonight's game in My 5 HD. Shout out to Giselle Brown and Marlonette and my entire friends and family. Here's Derek Jeter hitting at 297, 17 homers and 57 RBIs. The Battle of the Bronx is underway in moments. Jeter gets ready, puts the bat near his shoulders, and he's all set. So are we. Let's do it from Yankee Stadium. The first pitch of the ball game. Strike one on one. And we're underway in the Battle of the Bronx. Now the 0-1. Jeter fouls it back 0-2. Game time temperature, a comfortable 72 degrees. The 0-2 to Jeter. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for Burley. 1 down. Vicious cutter right in the zone. And Jeter swung on it. And he's gone. 1 out. Bragging rights on the line, but for the Yankees, the wild card is on the line. They are 3 games and a half behind the Rays. The Twins are in second place in that category. Here's Jorge Posada. Switch hitting catcher batting righty today. Alex Rodriguez is on deck. The stretch by Burley and the 1-out delivery. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Yankees enter play in, and 2 in the last 10 games. They've been playing very good baseball. But mind you, the Sox are the hottest team in baseball as we speak. So we got to watch out for that. The 0-1 to Posada, fouled away 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 to Posada. Burley set. 0-2 pitch. On the ground to short. Tulowitzki could take his time. He bobbles the ball at that. Throws to first. And he gets the slow-running Posada for the second out of the first inning. The umpires for tonight's big Battle of the Bronx game. Eli McGuire is the home plate umpire. The first base umpire is Ed Coleman. Second base umpire is Dallas Hodges. And the third base umpire / crew chief is Max Stafford. Here's Alex Rodriguez hitting at 343, 38 homers, 115 RBIs. Burley set at the belt. The 2-out pitch to A-Rod. Hit well. Deep to left field. Going back is Hamilton. Looking up. This one is gone. It's an A-bomb from A-Rod, number 39, and the Yankees lead it 1-0. So no doubter for Alex Rodriguez into the bullpen. And the Yankees lead it 1-0 off the bat of A-Rod. Into the Yankees bullpen. Now here's Mark Teixeira hitting at 329 with 30 homers and 104 RBI. Switch hitter batting right-handed today. Yankees and Sox underway, and the Yankees have struck first. They lead it 1-0 off the bat of A-Rod's 39th home run of the year. And that ball is outside 1-0. I thought that was going to be a strike, but it was not called. The 1-0. Teixeira on the ground to short. This should end the inning. The throw by Tulowitzki in plenty of time, and the inning is over. But a home run by Alex Rodriguez, number 39, into the Yankees bullpen, puts the Yankees up 1-0 with the Sox coming back. Troy Tulowitzki leads off, followed by Josh Hamilton, Stargell, Jackson, Tomey, Giambi, Cruz, Piston, Beckham. That's your State Farm Insurance Sox lineup. State Farm Insurance, of course, they're always there. John Smoltz, the new Yankee, 1-2 so far, an ERA of 5.63. Trying to rebound from his, of course, his Hall of Fame status. He's very good. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. See if he can pick up a win for the Yanks. Win, Granderson, and Swish are your outfield. Cano, Teixeira, Jeter, and A-Rod are your outfield. And, of course, catching the balls and strikes for tonight's ball game, Jorge Posada. So Smoltz's first batter will be Troy Tulowitzki with 38 homers, 92 RBIs, and average at 328. Josh Hamilton, who was cooled off last night, is on deck. We have a 1-0 Yankee lead in the Battle of the Bronx. The stretch by Smoltz and the pitch by Troy. Wow! Deep to right field. Way back is Swisher. He'll make the catch. And quickly there's one down. That ball almost went out. And Tulowitzki muscled up on that one. So stepping in the batter's box is Hamilton with 46 homers, 118 RBIs, and average at 374. A lot of anticipation in this series. Could be an AL playoff matchup. There's 55,000 in this park alone. And Hamilton has tied it. Way back in the right. Solo. Farewell. We're tied at 1. Hamilton with home run number 47 on the first pitch he sees by Smoltz. He deposited in the right field. We are tied at 1. It's going to be a good one, folks. You can feel it here in this stadium, and the way this game has began, look out. Hamilton back to his big swing there. Home run number 47 will bring up Willie Stargell, and the buzz is back at the Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium. Here's Stargell. Fans still bouncing on home run number 47 for Hamilton. The pitch to Stargell is fouled away out of play. It's a regular season game, but there's a playoff buzz to it. The Yankees, of course, the old home they're playing in right now. The 0-1 to Stargell, grounded to second. Picked up by Cano, throws to Teixeira, one down. The Yankees used to play in this building. Now they play just across the street. And the Battle of the Bronx right now is alive and well, especially this year, because the Yankees are 3.5 games behind behind the Rays, and just 1 game behind the Twins. Here's Reggie Jackson. Wanted to take a night off, the manager said, but Jackson said, no way. I hit 2 home runs last night against Baltimore. Do not leave me out for this Yankee series. So he's in there, batting cleanup with 2 outs here in the first. Jackson hits a high fly to left center. Granderson runs at it. He's right there. And this inning is over. But the Sox immediately tie it up in the first, thanks to Josh Hamilton's home run, number 47, end of 1. We have a good one. Battle of the Bronx tied at 1, Yankees and Sox. Robinson Cano leads off, an average of 269, 20 homers and 88 RBIs. His team is tied with the Sox 1-1 here in the game. Now Burley is set. The pitch. Line to the third baseman, 1 down. Here's Randy Wynn. Hitting at 287 with 4 homers and 49 RBIs. The longtime Seattle Mariner. In the batter's box right now. The 1-out delivery. That's on the ground. Past the second baseman into center field. Cruz plays it on the hop, plays it, goes to second. And that's a single for Randy Wynn. We'll bring up Nick Swisher. Swisher, a switch hitter, batting right-handed today, hitting at 264. 23 homers, 64 RBIs. What a find he's been for the Yankees since last year. The pitch by Burley, strike 1. Was supposed to be the backup of Xander Nady last year, but Nady, who got hurt, Swisher got took it over, and he was some find for the Yankees, not only last year, but this year. A good find for the Yankees, a good fit for the Bronx Bombers. Grounded past the second baseman. Randy Wynn thinking about going for 3. Here's the throw by Jackson, not in time. And the Yankees have a man in first and third and 1 down. Here's Cervelli hitting at 240 with no homers and 17 RBIs. The infield is in for double play depth. And a center field job. The Yankees could take the lead on this. Let's see if Cruz could get there. He does. Wynn has too much speed. He'll score easily. And the Yankees lead 2-1 off the sacrifice fly by Francisco Cervelli. So 2-1 Yankees. Here's Granderson. Hitting at 268, 24 homers and 78 RBIs. He's a left-handed batter. Jeter is on deck. The infield is in for double play depth. And they're not going to get it. A base hit to right. Is first and second and still 2 outs. So now here's Derek Jeter, who struck out to begin the ball game. Jeter 0 for 1 with a strikeout. On deck is Jorge Posada. The 2-out delivery by Burley is a strike 0-1. The 0-1 to Jeter. He swings and lines it to Tomey, and the inning is over. But a sacrifice fly plates 1. Middle of the second, 2-1 Yankees. Bottom of the second, Jim Tomey leads off with a .289 average, 4 homers, 9 RBIs. Lifetime home runs, 164. John Smoltz still back to work. 2-1 Yankees here in the second. Here's the pitch. Fouled away 0-1. The stretch by Smoltz. The 0-1. And Tomey got to get away with that one, 1-1. Not to get out of the way of that one, I was going to say. Tomey didn't like it either. Shaking his head, saying, hey, don't try to hit me. The 1-1. Hit well to right center, but Granderson is right there. He'll backtrack and make the catch. And Tomey is out. 1 down. Hey, folks, college football kicks off tomorrow night at 10:30 following the 8 o'clock movie. The defending champion Brooklyn Eagles take on the Southern California Trojans. It's Brooklyn College versus USC tomorrow night at 10:30 right here on My 5. Here's Jason Giambi hitting at 289, 32 homers, a couple of RBIs. Two to 1 Yankees lead. In the bottom of the second, here's the 1-out delivery. That's grounded to first. And Teixeira will pick it up and tag first for the out, 2 away. Of course, Teixeira took over for Giambi last year at first base as Giambi was released. His contract ran out. The Yankees did not resign him. And he was picked up by the A's early this year. They released him. Picked up by the Rockies. They released him. Then the Sox picked him up, and he's been a great find. Of course, he was in the minor leagues. Now he's back in the majors. Here's Nelson Cruz. 30 homers, a ton of RBIs. The 2-out pitch. Swing and a miss. A sliding curveball 0-1. Cruz enters tonight's game with an 11-game hitting streak. Of course, he had the night off last night. The count is 0-1. Smoltz is back. And the pitch is grounded to third. A-Rod will field. Fired on Mark Teixeira. And that retires the side for the Sox. We play 2 at the stadium. 2-1 Yankees lead. Jorge Posada comes in 0 for 1. We have a 2-1 Yankee lead and a foul ball. 0-1 with A-Rod on deck, and A-Rod is taking the Sox deep. Speaking of the Sox, you're watching them right here on My 5. And there's a base hit for Posada. Now bring up A-Rod. A-Rod homered. They're back in the first to put the Yankees on top 1-0. That did not last long. And for Posada, that's career hit number 1,600. There's another base hit by A-Rod, and now at first and second, nobody out. So A-Rod 2 for 2 here tonight. Here's Teixeira 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, and that's flying to first. They got the double play. 2 down. A-Rod was way off first, and that's an easy 2 outs. Good play by Stargell to get A-Rod and make the catch. There's 2 away. That's a big out, a big double play. Here's Robinson Cano. 2-1 Yankees. Man at third. Cutter's there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 to Robbie. 0-2 to Cano. It's the center. That's going to be a base hit. Georgie has no speed. He's going to stay at third. That's the advantage of Posada. He cannot run very fast. He can't run at all. So it's first and third. 2 outs instead of a 3-1 ball game. Randy W.O.N, who's 1 for 1, is now at the plate. The 2-out delivery. Strike 1 on the cutter. Yankees 2, Sox 1. The Battle of the Bronx now reached the 3rd inning. The 0-1. Hit a right edge. Stargell makes the catch. The inning's over. Couple hits, a man, 2 men are stranded. Middle the 3rd, 2-1 Yankees. Carlton Fisk steps in now. Big cheer for him. 2-1 Yankees. Schmaltz is set, and here's the pitch. 4-1. Sliding curveball. Tulowitzki's on deck. Fisk is just 6 hits away from career hit number 2,500. 2-1 Yankees against the Sox. Here's the 1-0, and Fisk hits one to right. That's going to be a base hit. Fisk has no speed. Let's see if they're going to test him. He's going to stay at first. Granderson with a very good arm. And that's the leadoff single. The tying run is on base. There's an atmosphere in this building that the Sox have not experienced. Hey, folks, speaking of the Sox and Yankees, tickets are still available for those 2 night games. We'll tell you about it in a moment. Here's Gordon Beckham and a foul ball. Get them at the Yankee ticket box office or call them, or log on to Sox.com, NYSox.com. For the Sox at the Yankee Stadium box office. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now on Beckham. With Troy Tulowitzki on deck. I believe. We'll have to see. The 0-2 to Beckham, 1-2 now. This lead from first on a leadoff single. He's the tying run on base. One-two delivery. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on the second baseman for the Sox. Here's the 2-2 hit on the line. Base hit. Over the left center field. Fisk is going to round second. Beckham on his way to second. Fisk is at third. Second and third. Nobody out for the Sox. So the tying run 90 feet away. The go-ahead run at second. So now you bring the top of the order up to the plate for the Sox. And that's Troy Tulowitzki, followed by Josh Hamilton, who's already tied the game once. Beckham extends his hitting streak to 9 games. Second and third, nobody out. 2-1 Yankees. Here's the pitch to Troy. Ball 1. One and 0 is the count on Troy. We're in the 3rd inning. The Yankees lead 2-1. Second and third, nobody out. The 1-0. Hit well, deep to left field, way back and off the wall. The Sox will take the lead 3-2 on the double by Tulowitzki. And Dave Island coming out to talk to John Schmaltz to try to calm him down. He threw a dart there and Tulowitzki just smoked it to left. So now Josh Hamilton will come to the plate now. But they hadn't checked on Smoltz to calm him down. And Josh Hamilton, who homered off Smoltz back in the first to tie it up at 1, is now at the plate with his team up 3-2, looking for more, and still nobody out. Man's at second, nobody out. 2 runs in here in the third. Smoltz is set, and the pitch to Hamilton, a shattered bat, and a diving catch by Posada. 1 down, what a play. You got to deal with the shattered bat. And then a tremendous catch by Posada right after that. 1 down. Holy cow. So now here's Stargell 0 for 1. We have a 3-2 ball game, 1 down, a man's at second. The Sox lead. The pitch to Stargell is fouled away with Jackson on deck. The 0-1 to Stargell, swing and a miss, a nasty sliding curve. It'll be an 0-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Smoltz gets Stargell once again, and there are 2 down here in the inning. Reggie Jackson 0 for 1 here tonight. It's the man at second, 2 runs in. Sox lead 3-2, looking for more here in the third. Swing and a miss, splitter 0-1. Is the count. Here's the pitch, and Jackson swings at the same pitch, misses it 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 to Jackson. Fans saying, let's go White Sox. The 0-2 to Jackson, bounces, gets away. Runner moves to third, now the run is 90 feet away. We'll see if that's a wild pitch or a pass ball, we'll see. And they'll mark that as a wild pitch, so a base hit will bring in that run. 1-2 delivery to Jackson, a liner, a pop-up to right center. Granderson will pick it up, and this inning is over. But the Sox regain the lead off the bat of Tulowitzki's double. 3-2, Sox lead at end of 3.
They say that for the great ones, it's almost like time stands still. And in that fraction of a second, there's nothing, only silence and the ball.
Supergirl has the ability to save millions upon millions of lives with her great superpowers. Americans have the ability to save thousands of lives, one at a time.
16,000 people die each year in car crashes that don't have to. Safety belts could save their lives. Safety belts could also prevent thousands from being horribly disfigured or crippled for life. So buckle up. Your life is in your hands.
Top of the fourth at the Old Yankee Stadium. Nick Swisher comes in 1 for 1. He with a single. 3-2 Sox lead. Burley back to work with his team up by 1. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. The 0-1 on the way. That's the line and a base hit. And no chance to get that out at first. So Swish is on. So now here's Francisco Cervelli. He brought in a run with a sacrifice fly. And now hits one to left, and that's going to be a base hit. Well, first and second, nobody out for the Yankees, and that tying run, not second base, that's scoring position. is Curtis Granderson, 1 for 1. Tying run at second. And he's going to be lined out. That's an out. Not a double play or a triple play. It's an out. One down. Fans thought it was a double or triple play. It's going to be an out. A line out by Granderson. There's one down. Now here's Derek Jeter, 0 for 2. A tough night for the captain. The pitch is hit to right left field. Jeter's going to be 0 for 3. A tough night for the captain. Hamilton makes the catch. He'll throw in the second, and it's done in time. Now here's Jorge Posada, 1 for 2 with a single. Here's the pitch. Hits one over the shortstop. That's going to tie this game up or put the Yankees on top. It's a 3-3 ball game. Here comes the second run. The Yankees are up 4-3. A triple for Posada. Wow. What battle we have. Here's A-Rod. 2 for 2 today with a homer. Now he grounds it to the hole and another run scores. The Yankees lead now 5-3. A-Rod 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs here tonight. Here's Mark Teixeira, 0 for 2. 2-out pitch. It's a cutter and it's fouled back. So both starters on the Sox and Yankee side are not sharp at all. That's a foul ball and 2. Oh, 2 pitch to Teixeira, another foul ball. Oh, 2 and a liner to the shortstop. The inning's over. Couple of runs in, Yankees lead again. The Sox are down 5-3 in the first game of the Battle of the Bronx. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Five to 3, New York Yankees lead the New York Sox. Top of the 4th inning, the 0-1 by Schmaltz. And Tomey swings and misses, 0-2. To delivery, and it hits Tomey. So now the tying run will be coming to the plate as Tomey gets hit by the pitch right on the numbers. Right on the 2. Now here's Jason Giambi, 0 for 1. Here's the pitch way outside, 1-0. Boy, both starters are not sharp at all. And I tell you, if the Sox tie the game in this inning, that's going to be all for Schmaltz. It'll be a 1-0 to Giambi. And the pitch is grounded to short. This will be 2. There's 1. Back to first. Double play. 2 away. Nicely turned by Robbie Cano to Jeter, back to Teixeira. Here's Nelson Cruz, still sitting on 30 homers. So bases are empty after the double play turned by the Yankees. And Schmaltz has 2 outs under his belt here in the 4th inning. And there's a drive deep to left field. Going back is Wynn. So long, farewell into the Yankee bullpen. Nelson Cruz makes it a 1-run game. Number 31 of the year. 5-4 Yankees. Well, that double play turns out to be looming large for the New York Yankees. The Sox get one back. It's 5-4. Yankees lead the Sox. Back and forth we go in the Battle of the Bronx. And now here's Carlton Fisk. He's the tying run. Here's the two-out delivery. Fisk grounds it. Foul. Gordon Beckham is on deck. A big power hitter at the plate. He's the tying run in the fourth. 5-4 Yankees lead the Sox. The 0-1. 0-2 now. The stretch by Smoltz. The 0-2 to Fisk. His line down the left field line. Base hit. Off the wall it goes. It caroms all the way to the backstop. Fisk will easily go to second. The tying run is in scoring position for Gordon Beckham. I tell you, Carlton Fisk right now is in the zone as we speak. One of the all-time great catches for the Sox. Here's Gordon Beckham 1-for-1 with a double and a run. The tying runs in second. Beckham could get in the gap. Fisk could score easily. There's a swing and a miss, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Beckham. Here's the pitch and a liner. Foul. 2. It'll be an 0-2 to Beckham in the hole. The top of the order coming up for the Sox. Beckham lays off of that one, 1-2. A potential playoff preview. Yankees, Sox, Battle of the Bronx. 5-4 Yankees lead. 1-2 delivery outside, 2-2. It'll be a 2-2 to Beckham. Tying run at second. That's Fisk leading from second. No, 2-2 and Beckham strikes out. And that retires the Sox. But the Sox get one back off the bat of Nelson Cruz. We have played 4 here at the stadium. The Battle of the Bronx will continue after this with the Yankees leading the Sox 5-4 right here on my clock. There's Robinson Cano 1-for-2. 5-4 Yankees lead the Sox. Burley back to work. Trying to keep this a 1-run deficit. He misses low, 1-0. One-0 delivery to Robbie and a drive in the left center field. Going back is Cruz, still going back. Makes the catch on the warning track. 1 down. Hey folks, Saturday and Sunday, the place to watch the Yankees and Sox battle each other's on Fox Sports Gotham. Saturday night and Sunday night here at the stadium. Game times at 7. It all coverage starts with Sox pregame live, and they'll do it right here at the stadium. It's all on Fox Sports Gotham, your cable home of the New York Sox. Here's Randy Wynn, 1-for-2. Five to 4 Yankees. And that sliding curveball misses 1-0. One-0 delivery. Swing and a miss cutter, 1-1. The 1-1. Liner to the shortstop. Got to get the speedy win. They do on the money, 2-away. Here's Nick Swisher. 5-4 Yankees. 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Popped up behind the plate. This has to run. He does. Near the dugout. Makes the catch. The inning's over. We have played 4.5. 5-4 Yankees lead the Sox. The Battle of the Bronx.
Don't you hate it when you go to answer the phone and you've just missed the call? All you get is that eeet. Well, with return call, if you don't make it to the phone on time, it's okay.
Hello.
It remembers the last number that called you and automatically calls it back. But now let's say the phone rings and you don't want to be interrupted. Well, what if it's an important call? With caller ID, you can silently screen your calls.
Barbara, you okay?
Honey, it's time.
I'll never get home in time. Start breathing. I'll call Kate.
Call waiting lets important calls get through. It's the most popular Bell Atlantic IQ service. Call now for call waiting.
Mike.
Barbara just went into labor.
Okay, I'll pick her up and meet you at the hospital. Let me get back to you, Mary.
Be there for the people who count on you. Call now for call waiting, caller ID, and return call. There's no service connection charge.
Kate, yeah, we did just try to call.
Call 1-800-272-1006 now for IQ services, and the service connection is free.
In the city of Metropolis, in the town of Lakeland, see the female Green Lantern. The city of Metropolis urges you to call 911.
Hello? It's good to hear your voice, Supergirl. If you do not accept my proposition, you will not get the stolen money back or your Omega Hadronis either. And also, I'll make sure I reveal your true identity to the entire world. Where are you? Closer than you think.
I'll stab you in more ways than one, even if it means killing you, which I don't want to do.
I'll be seeing you, Supergirl. I hope you're up for the fight of your life.
Who is she trying to fool? I think I'll play along anyway. When she least expects it, I'll give her a surprise she'll never forget.
Comes up, he's 1 for 2, a double and 2 RBIs. He's the tying run. 5-4 Yankees in the bottom of the 5th. The big knee of the order coming up. Here's the pitch by Smoltz. Tulowitzki is a high drive to center, and Granderson is under it. Moves to his left, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Well, when you're hot, and the Yankees right now are steaming hot, so are the Sox, but that's why there's so many runs on the board. Speaking of runs, here's Josh Hamilton, who tied the game back in the first with a home run. 1-out pitch. Popped up behind the plate is Posada again, and another tremendous derby catch by Jorge. 2 down. He bites Hamilton again. 2 outs. My, oh my. Here's Willie Stargell. Here's a 2-out delivery. Stargell fouls it back, first base side. The 0-1. Outside 1-1. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, is on deck. He had a big game last night, delivered 2 home runs. It'll be a 1-1 to Stargell. Smoltz is set, the 1-1. Foul back, and Stargell won't like that one back. Right down the sweet zone, and he just wanted it late. This will be pitch number 48 in the game for Smoltz. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and a 1-2 through inning put by John Smoltz the first time tonight. Folks, we're halfway through here in the 5th inning, end of 5 at the stadium. It's the Sox and the Yankees battling it out here in the Bronx. 5-4, Yankees lead. Francisco Cervelli, the designated hitter, steps in. He's 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI sacrifice fly. Burley's still on the mound with his team down by 1 and a base hit to right center. So, a leadoff hit by Cervelli. We'll bring up now Jeter, who's had a tough night here tonight. He's actually making Curtis Granderson, and then it'll be Jeter. Here's the pitch by Burley, and it's fouled away. Got a piece of fifth, but he seems to be okay. The 0-1 to Curtis is hit to left center. That ball will not be caught. Cervelli will stay at second. Curtis is at first. 2 on and 1 nobody out here in the 6th. And how long can Burley be in the game? We'll have to see. Mark Burley getting a talking to by the pitching coach. See what they'll do here with Jeter, who's 0 for 3. But listen, he could come out of it. Brian Wilson and John Lester are warming in the bullpen for the Sox. Jeter 0 for 3 with a strikeout credited. Ball 1. The 1-0 to Jeter. That's flying to left base hit. There's speed on the base pad. Here comes that runner. Here's the throw to plate. In time. 1 down. A tremendous throw by Josh Hamilton and a good tag by Carlton Fisk, which prevented the run from being scored. There's 1 down. The runner still at first and second. So now here's Jorge. For Jeter, that is career hit number 2,900. Now here's Posada. Hits a right and deep. Jackson will make the catch, tagging his Jeter. Here's the throw. Here's the play at third, not in time. Make it Granderson moving to third. That's speed right there. Here's A-Rod, who's already done some damage here today. A couple of base hits, but in the first, the Yankees drew first blood off the bat of A-Rod on a lead-off home run after 2 outs, so it made it 1-0. That was home run number 39. Brian Wilson is stepping in, and A-Rod hits a bomb to center. Back is Cruz. Warning track. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Yankees still up by 1, middle of the 4th, 5-4.
WON YouTube Networks is now on Facebook. Check it out.
Reggie Jackson comes in. Anybody's the tying run for the Sox right now with them tied it down 5-4. Bottom of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. 1-1. That was a circle change down the middle. Jackson a little bit too early on that. It'll be an 0-1 to Jackson. Here's the pitch. High drive in the right center field, but Swisher has plenty of room. That one will stay in the yard. Swisher backtracks, makes the catch. And there's 1 down to begin the bottom of the 6th. Here's Jim Thome, who was hit by a pitch his last time up, but then doubled up by Giambi's double play. 1 out delivery, fouled away. The stretch by Smokes and the 0-1 to Thome. Ball 1, 1-0. Giambi's on deck. We have a 5-4 ball game in favor of the Yankees. A tremendous back and forth game so far. The Yankees right now have the edge. It'll be a 1-1 to Thome. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another vicious circle change. 1-2. 1-2. Tomey swings and misses, strikes out, and they're 2 away. So now it's up to Giambi here in the 6th. Giambi 0 for 2. 2 outs, nobody on. 5-4 ball game. Ball 1, 4-seamer outside. One ball, no strikes. Smoltz gets the sign from Posada. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit liner to the shift. Right there was Cano. Fields and fires to the share of the innings over. We played 6. At the Old Yankee Stadium, 5-4 Yankees lead the New York Sox. The Battle of the Bronx pushes on to the 7th. Time for the out-of-town scoreboard for the National League. It's a final. Most of them are finals. Marlins beat the Braves 7-5. Mets beat the Astros 7-3. The Pirates lead the Brewers 6-4 in the 7th. They're just underway over in San Diego. Phillies beat the Padres 4-3. That's a wild one. Cardinals beat the Nationals 3-2. The Cubs shut out the Reds 2-0. And in the 4th, the Rockies and Dodgers are tied at 1. Mark Teixeira is the first batter of the 7th inning. Could be Burley's last inning as Lester and Wilson are all set to go. 1-0 pitch. Fouled away 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 to Teixeira. The 0-2. Fouled away again. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouled straight back. Oh, 2 delivery to Teixeira. Hit well to left. And Hamilton puts it away. 1 down here in the 7th. Sold out crowd, as you see, 55,000 plus. Here at the Old Yankee Stadium. There you see the Bronx County Courthouse. A couple of projects between there. Robbie Cano stands in now 1 for 3. The pitch is on the ground to third. Nuzzled there by Giambi. 2 outs here in the 7th. Nobody has left the stadium, folks. As Randy Wynn comes in now, 1 for 3. The 2-out delivery. Strike 1 on the cutter. Burley only has 1 strikeout. That was the beginning of the game, the cheater. That's been the only one so far. 0-2, 0-1 is outside on the changeup. Now the 1-1. Missed, 2-1. 2-1 delivery, and now right field job. Running is Cruz. He'll make the catch, and the inning's over. 1, 2, 3 go to Yankees. It's time to stretch at the Old Yankee Stadium. It's the Yankees 5 and the Sox 4. You're watching New York Sox baseball on My 5. Cruz 1 for 2, and these big batters are the tying runs for the Sox. John Smoltz is still in the ball game. Bottom of the 7th, 5-4 Yankees. Here's the pitch. Reached for it and swung on and missed. Smoltz delivered a sliding curveball that time. The stretch. The 0-1. 1-1 now on Cruz. Cruz homered earlier today. They made it a 1-run ball game. That's been the last run the Sox have scored off the bat of Cruz. 1 ball, 1 strike. Smoltz is set. And a 1-1 pitch. Way up high, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Posada is ready for the sign, and so is Smoltz. 2-1 delivery. Reach for it and fouls it back. 2-2 now. It'll be a 2-2 to Nelson Cruz. Smoltz is set at the belt. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. The 2-2 to Cruz. High pop-up. Shallow right field swisher. Megan Granderson running in there. He'll make the catch. One out here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Carlton Fisk. 1 out pitch. Fouled away on 1. The 0-1. Hit well, deep to left field. Wind going back, still back, is gone! We're tied at 5. Carlton Fisk is tied at 5 in the 7th inning. And it's a brand new ball game. Just got over that wall, over and left. They're the retired number. And the Sox have made this a tie ball game at 5. And that's going to be all for John Smoltz. Joe Girardi making the call to the bullpen. So, the Battle of the Bronx is alive and well. We'll step aside. Yankee Stadium's the site. The score, Yankees and Sox tied at 5. David Robertson will come in. He's been in 51 games. He's 5-2. 3 saves, and ERA 4.34. And now, with a game tied at 5, his task is to keep it tied. This with home run number 34 in the year, by the way. Here's Gordon Beckham. The pitch is fouled away. Robertson set at the belt, stretches, the 0-1 to Beckham. Ground ball up the middle, off the pitcher's leg. Jeter field, fires the first in time. And they're 2 away. Here's Troy Tulowitzki, 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The Sox and Yankees are tied at 5 in the first game of the Battle of the Bronx at the Old Yankee Stadium. 4-1. It'll be a 1-0 to Tulowitzki. Nobody on base. 5-5 ball game. Bottom of the 7th. Is the pitch, fouled away, 1-1. One delivery. Reach for it, and now it's 2-1. So Tulowitzki in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I believe Jabba Chamberlain is warming in the bullpen for the Yankees, along with Mariano Rivera. The 1-2 to Tulowitzki, a pop-up in the infield. First base side is Teixeira's ball, and the inning is over. But in the 7th inning, the Sox even it up and knock John Smoltz out the game. Carlton Fisk ties it with home run number 34, end of 7th, 5-5 game. In the game. Hitting at a 282 average, and Burley still in the ball game, folks. And the cutter is outside 1-0. Paid at 10 and 55,300. That's pretty good. More than good. That's fantastic. The 1-0. Strike 1 on the cutter. The 1-1. Hits a deep right field. Jackson going back. Way back. Gone! Brett Gardner, of all people, has homered to right, and the Yankees lead 6-5 in the 8th. Wow. Some surprise turnaround right here. Brett Gardner, who's not a home run hitter, he's a slap-happy kid, a good piece hitter, but he delivers a home run, and has just put the Yankees on top 6-5. Wow. Here's Francisco Cervelli. Mound visit by the pitching coach to calm down Early into the bullpen, you got Billy Wagner, the setup man, the second setup man, the left-hander, and the closer, Heath Bell, in the bullpen for the Sox. So the Yankees back on top, 6-5. It didn't stay tied that long. Savelli lines it foul, 0-1. So the Sox have two chances to tie it or take the lead. Grounded to short, Tulowitzki fires the first one down. Anderson 2 for 3. 6-5 Yankees, top of the 8th inning, and a ground ball to short. Tulowitzki has to hurry up. He threw and took too long. That's going to be an error on Tulowitzki as Granderson beats it out. Here's Jeter. They'll rule that as a base hit as Wagner is all set. Granderson goes. Throw to second is not in time. So now what do? Do you walk Jeter to face Posada? We'll have to see. Granderson's just too fast. Here's the pitch to Jeter, hit well to left field. That's going to be a base hit. Granderson will easily score. Jeter breaks his 0-for-0 slump. And it's 7-5 Yankees. And that's going to be all for Burley. So Ozzie Guillen is going to have to make that pitching change now with his team now down by 2 runs. Burley tried to get there, give the Sox the distance, but to no avail. 5 Yankees leaders, Jorge Posada. 1 out here in the 8th, ball outside. The pitch is ripped foul, 1-1. On deck is Alex Rodriguez. Foul ball, 1-2. The 1-2 delivery. Fouled straight back. Near our booth. Look out, folks. Ooh. Did not hit our booth. It hit our side. Outside of our booth. Near it, though. Ball outside, 2-2. 2-2 delivery. Fouled again. 2-2 delivery. Line to right, that's going to bring in another run. Jeter will score. Posada makes it an 8-5 ball game on the RBI single. And the Sox bullpen surrenders a run that will now be charged to Burley. Here's Alex Rodriguez, 3 for 4. There's that first one down. There's the ball outside. The 1-0 to A-Rod and a high fly to center. Cruz is going back, still going back. He'll make the catch, 2 away. So A-Rod is finally retired. Here's Teixeira. The 2-out pitch is hit on ground to third. And this inning's over. But 3 runs come in. The big one was Gardner's home run. Middle of the 8th, 8-5. Yankees, Sox have some work to do. Anderson goes to right field for Nick Swisher as Swisher comes out the game. And Robertson is still in the game, so Josh Hamilton will be the batter. Hamilton has gone deep once here tonight. Sox need some runs here in this game. Ball 1. They're down by 3 in the bottom of the 8th. They have this inning and the 9th inning to try to come up with something. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. It'll be Hamilton, Stargell, and Jackson. The 1-0 to Hamilton. That's a bad swing. 1-1. I got confused with that. 1-1 on the curveball he swung on. One pitch. Hamilton pops it up. Shallow center field coming on is Randy Wynn. He'll make the catch. There's one now here in the 8th. Line score, the Yankees with 8 runs, 18 hits, no errors. The Sox 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. And we're going to have a new pitcher come in, and that's going to be Damaso Marte. He's 0-3 in ERA of 1.23. He's been in 50 games. Here's Stargell, who has been a strikeout victim not once, but twice. Sox need to get on base, down by 3 here in the 8th. 1-out delivery. Stargell swings and misses 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Stargell. Marte is set. The 0-1. Hit a long way. That's a base hit to left center. So the Sox get that man on base. We'll pick up Reggie Jackson to the plate. Jackson has had a tough night. He's 0 for 3. The tying run is on deck if Jackson gets on. 1-out pitch, whip, and he will get on. A base hit. I'll be first and second. And 1 down there in the 8th, and that's going to bring up a huge batter to try to come in the clutch. He's done it before. He could do it again. That batter is Jim Thome, 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch and a strikeout. Has not come in the clutch lately. He needs to now. Infield is in. 1-out pitch, ripped to left field. Base hit. The bases are loaded for Giambi. So Marte has come in and has surrendered 3 consecutive hits, all to the left-handed batter. And he's a lefty specialist. Now he has to deal with Giambi. Giambi's 0 for 3. Bases loaded, 8-5. Bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees lead. The 1-out pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. 55,300 standing up on their feet, both Yankee and Sox fans. The 0-1 to Giambi, popped up behind the plate. Posada makes the catch. 2 away. And now it's all on the hands of Nelson Cruz. Wow. That's a tough one right there for the Sox. Ozzie is very upset. He is very upset with Giambi there. Now here's Nelson Cruz, who's already homered. Bases loaded, 8-5 Yankees. The 2-out pitch to Cruz, ball 1. It'll be a 1 on the Cruz. Marte Dale, swing and a miss, 1-1. The tying run is at first. The go-ahead run is at the plate right now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1-1. Yankees 8, Sox 5. The 1-1 pitch. High fastball, swung on and miss, 1-2. Outfield is deep. Infield is normal. 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and Marte gets out of the bases loaded jam, and the Sox do not score. Bases left loaded, 3 hits, no run score. End of 8, Yankees 8, Sox 5. Robinson Cano steps in now. We have word that the Sandman, Mariano Rivera, will be coming in the game in the 9th. There's a leadoff base hit by Robbie Cano. And the Yankees have a man at first. Here's Randy Wynn. You see on the top of your screen on our scoreboard, Mariano Rivera now warming up in the Yankees bullpen. No empty seats in the stadium. Remember, this is the Sox we're talking about. The 0-1 is fouled away. It is a 3-run deficit for the Sox. They had a chance to break it open in the last inning, but Nelson Cruz struck out. But the biggest at bat, I think that was wasted, was Giambi. Another base hit, right up the middle, and the Yankees, looking for some insurance, have a man at first and second, nobody out. And all Ozzie could do is just be in agony right now. We're going to have a new pitcher, and that's going to be Matt Thornton. 37 games he's been in. He's 3-1 with 1 save, and ERA of 2.06, so he'll have to face Brett Gardner, who's right now the big hero for the Yankees, back in the 8th. Pitch hitting for Nick Swisher. He homered to right, and it made it a 6-5 Yankees lead. Now he has a chance to extend that Yankee lead. Both runners go, and Gardner fouls it back, 0-1. Both runners go again. Ball gets away. They get the out. They get a double play, or did they? They get 1 out. They don't get the double play. In the 9th inning, they'll have Carlton Fisk, Beckham, and Tulowitzki. So it's 0-2 on Gardner. Runner goes to third, swing and a miss, to throw to third, in plenty of time, double play, inning over. Now it's last licks for the Sox. Mariano Rivera, the best closer in baseball, will try to shut down the Sox, going to the 9th inning, 8-5 Yankees. The most intimidating closer in baseball history is at the plate, at the mound right now. He'll be facing Carlton Fisk, who back in the 7th inning, homered to left to tie the game at 5, and has been the last time the Sox have scored. Now Mariano's job is to get them all out. Here's the pitch, a foul ball, 0-1. The 0-1 to Fisk. There's a liner on the ground. There's a Cano. And the Yankees are 2 outs away. Now here's Gordon Beckham. Here's the pitch. Outside cutter. 0-1. 1-0 actually. 1-0 to Beckham. Fouled away. 1-1. 1-1 again, and Beckham grounds it to Cano. Cano can't get the handle on the ball. Throw to first is not in time. Something must have happened with Cano and the glove and the ball. It's going to be marked down as an error, unfortunately. So there's a man at first, and 1 down for Troy Tulowitzki. One out pitch to Troy. Oh! He hits Troy Tulowitzki, and guess who's coming to the plate? A 9th inning guy who knows how to come in the clutch in the 9th, and that is Josh Hamilton. Hamilton 1 for 4, has homered today. That was back in the first that tied the game. Now he's in a spot where he is the tying run. Mariano set. 1 out pitch, fouled away. Oh, 1 on Hamilton. Here's the pitch. Pop, foul. 0-2 now. Got a piece of the empire there. It'll be an 0-2 to Hamilton. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Posada, an infield fly rolls in effect, even if he doesn't catch it. And the Sox are down to their final out, and that's Stargell. Stargell has had an awful day today, despite having a hit. 1 for 4. He's the tying run. Here's the pitch. Fouled away, 0-1. Reggie Jackson's on deck. Here's the 0-1. Stargell lines it past Jeter, base hit. That'll bring up Jackson. He'll be the winning run with the bases loaded. Can the Sox make it 3 consecutive games of walk-off fashion? We'll see. This is all you want and more. 2 future Hall of Famers, Jackson and Rivera. Bases loaded for Reggie's, 1 for 4. 2 out, take the 5 Yankees. The 2 out pitch to Jackson, line base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run. Here comes the third at plate, not in time. Now there's Jim Thome. And out of respect, they're going to walk him to face Jason Giambi. And now the tying run moves to third. As they play Doogie Howser on the speakers here at the stadium. Jason Giambi's the batter. 8-7 Yankees. Winning runs at second. The 2-out pitch to Giambi. Here now. He leaves left field. Going back is Wynn. He'll make the catch and the ball game is over. The Yankees win 8-7. Wow. A tough one for the Sox to swallow here as their 13-game winning streak comes to a close. So the Yankees come here and take game 1 of the Battle of the Bronx from the Sox 8-7. A tremendous effort by the Sox, but the pitching was the problem not only on the Sox side, but from the Yankees side. Your player of the game is A-Rod with a home run and drove in 2 and had 3 hits. Coming up, it's $1 Million Movie. Be sure to join us September 30 on My 5. The Sox travel to Boston to take on the Red Sox. Another potential preview. That'll do it for our entire crew. This is yours truly, John the Real. A tough loss for the Sox. The Yankees edge out the Sox.